I'm not a savior.
Hello and welcome to Not a Chair to Spare. I'm your host, Mr. Swansea. Not a Chair to Spare is a forum where we talk about lesson plans and technology, things that are available to you in the classroom to use to teach students in a better way. Today we're going to be talking about a lesson plan I created using Ning.com, which is a social network. I created a website for two middle schools, both in Blevins and Fort Collins, Colorado, and a place for their students to join, sign on, and share information about the books that they're reading and whether or not they think it's a good piece of literature or recommend it to other students. I used the Ning because it's a pseudo Facebook-style website, if you will, where the students can sign on, and they have their own profile, they can post things, respond to things, people can comment back and forth to each other, so it kind of opens up the discussion between the students. What I did is I went ahead and I had both schools sign up with all their students. And once a student is signed on, they have access to blogging, forums, pictures, chats, anything where they can go in and discuss literature with other students from the other school and from their own school. This all stemmed from what were handwritten book logs, where students were required to go in and give the book that they were reading, the pages, a summary, a theme, and a You Be the Critic portion, which is where the student was going in and saying, yes, it's a good piece of literature, no, it's not, and why that's the case. And essentially what I've done is created this website where it puts it all into electronic form, so a student can sign in, they start a new discussion in the forum. Within the forum, they would list all the same elements that were in the book log, where it has the author, the book, the genre, the summary, the theme, and the You Be the Critic. And then once they have posted that, other students can go in and they can read what they've written, as well as leave comments. Yes, I've read this book, I agree with your criticism, or yes, I've read this book, I disagree with it, or even if they haven't read the book, whether or not this is something that they would pick up as a result. Now the idea is that students would use this website to interact with other students, as well as improve the quality of their reading as well as their writing of the book logs, understanding that this would be shared with other students so that they would be more inclined to do higher quality, understanding that it would be something visible to others. The other portion of the website is that we have different genre groups where students can go in and they can make recommendations for other books. So if somebody is a fan of the science fiction genre, they can join the science fiction group and they can leave a recommendation for other fans of the genre. Say, I recommend this book to you and here's why, and they can also go in and they can see other people that have made recommendations so that the next time they're filling out their next book log, they can go in and find a book that perhaps they'd like to read. We're going to go ahead and we're going to go to a couple of interviews now that I've done with students who have actually used this website, and we're going to get their opinion on it. Drew Swanee, reporting live at Bolts Middle School, Fort Collins, Colorado. I'm here with Dusty McGruben, who's one of our 7th grade AP students who's been using the website. Now, Dusty, what book did you do your first book log on?
I did The City of Ember.
And do you think that the website is a better way to do your book logs than doing it by hand?
I do. It's a lot easier, and I like how it's just different.
Okay. And then do you think that improves the quality of your work by having the other students from one of the other schools be able to view that? Does that make you want to do a better job?
It does. So I know it's just not a teacher, but some of my peers doing it, and it makes me want to work harder and do it better.
And then what other features of the website do you like? Like the groups, do you use the chat? What have you been using on it so far?
I like how you can create your own discussions, and then people can comment on it, and you can recommend different types of books.
And have you made book recommendations to other students as well?
I have.
And what genre was that in?
I believe it was in fantasy.
In fantasy? Excellent. Is that your favorite kind of books to read and stuff?
Yeah, it is.
Have you looked through anybody else's recommendations in this site?
I have a little bit.
And do you think you might possibly ever take somebody's recommendation?
Yeah, my second book log, which I haven't posted yet, I looked at the recommendations, and one of the people did it.
Oh, excellent. So you're actually going to take somebody's recommendation for your second book log?
Yeah.
Excellent. That's what we love to see. All right. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
I'm here with Victoria Treble now, and Victoria is another one of the 7th graders in the Both Pleasant book share. Now, Victoria, I understand that you did a book log in there. Can you tell us a little bit about what your book log is?
It was on Gone, and it was about a girl that goes into other people's dreams.
Excellent. And when you were writing that, did you keep in mind that somebody else, possibly from another school or your own school, would be viewing that?
Yes.
And did that make you want to do a better quality job understanding that you would be sharing your book log with somebody other than just myself, the teacher? Excellent. And have you replied to anybody else's book log that they've written? And what did you think when you were reading through? Did you think that they did a good job, or do you think that maybe they could have done better? They did do a good job. Excellent. And have you looked at any of the Blevins students so far, now that they've been doing it? You haven't been on since. Okay. And I understand that you guys have a second book log coming up as well. Do you like using the site, or would you prefer to go back to doing the handwritten one?
I like the site.
Excellent. And do you think that maybe if other teachers use a website where they would share and collaborate with other schools, that it would improve your schoolwork with those schools as well, with that class as well? Excellent. And then do you have any other classes that are using like internet technology where they use websites to help you share and learn information and anything? Kind of. Do you prefer that those classes would also use technology like we're using in this class to share? Excellent. All right. Well, thank you so much for your time, Victoria. I want to thank Mr. McGruber and Ms. Treble for those interviews. Their names, of course, been changed to protect the safety of the kids. What I'd like to do now is I'd like to show you some actual clips from the website itself so that you can get a feeling of how it looks and what's going on from the students, as well as see a couple of examples of what it looks like once they are done with their book logs, and you can see how the students are having conversations back and forth and commenting on those as well. Do we have those clips available? Okay, we're going to go to those now.
I'm ready to break free. Just need somebody to say, you know you're never too far away. You know you're never too.
Now, I do need to discuss, as you could see from viewing the website, you would have to understand that each student, in order to complete this task, would of course need an individual computer with internet access. So a school that has access to a lab or to a class set of laptops would of course be an ideal situation. However, students are able to access the site from home, so it's not far-fetched that as homework they could also go home and complete tasks from there as well. Now, part of this assignment, which makes it so great, is that it does meet all of the standards as long as you make a few adjustments in your requirements. When students are posting, they should be reviewing a variety of different literature, everything from genres of fiction to nonfiction to articles. By doing so and having them evaluate it critically and making a judgment as to whether or not it's good literature and using proper grammar, including sentence structure and punctuation, you can meet all of the Colorado standards 1 through 6. It also meets technology standards so long as students are evaluating and thinking critically about material that already exists, and as long as they're documenting each of the websites that they use, including pictures that they might find on the internet, and recording where they found that information, you'll meet technology standards 1, 2, 4, and 5. So it covers a lot of your bases to make sure that students are fulfilling the Colorado State standards when completing this task. If you want to view the lesson plans as well as all the standards that it does cover, you can of course visit the website, which is site.google.com/site/St. Drew, which will be in the credits of this video as well. From that site, you can also check updates for future video logs and webisodes. Thank you so much. We'll hope to see you again.
I'm on the radar.